There was a point when we screened the film in its earliest form, all up on story reels.
And nobody really cared for it.
And the whole picture collapsed. Everyone was afraid that, geez, we may not even do this. They may cancel the movie.
What occurred was what we refer to as Black Friday. The mood was, funereal. The mood was terrible because a lot of the work had already been done. A huge amount of storyboarding and planning had taken place, by that point.
I came back to our offices and I was walking around the hallways looking at all the storyboards, and the idea of starting over again was daunting. I was not looking forward to it.
So they had to scramble very quickly and try to rethink and rework almost the whole movie, and the schedule never changed.
I do remember during that period just waking up in the middle of the night in like a cold sweat and just with kind of your life passing before your eyes. And still we had the pressure. It wasn't like we could just sort of sit back and feel bad. We were suddenly in an intense situation where we had to really, really move quickly.
We took 8 days to restructure the story.
Then we brought our group together, our storyboard writers, in a room, and we got out bulletin boards and really worked through the entire story from beginning to end.
When we got to the end of that 8 days, we pitched to Jeffrey Katzenberg that outline to him, and he said, fine, he'll go with that.
Yeah. And from there on, we brought in Ted and Terry, the writers.
Part of the animation process is that they explore the story and put together it on story reels and preview the movie.
And I think they just felt like we just need some new ideas from somewhere.
Ted and Terry had an interest in animation, a background, at least as far as growing up and watching cartoons. There was no doubt once we had interviewed them that everybody wanted to go with those two guys.
Now, try to stay out of trouble while I'm gone.
Well, our first thing is, get rid of the mom. And I go, yeah, we've been talking about that.
Mothers, children.
We sort of became de facto executioners. Now, that goes, boom!
Rule number 1, I can't kill anybody.
They had also discussed 3 wishes versus unlimited wishes.
You know, you rub, I show. You ask, I do.
And we just decisively said 3 wishes. We said, no way, can't do it any other way, and we're very forceful on that point.
That's it. 3. 1, 2, 3.
With Ted and Terry's help and with all the storyboard artists' help and Ed and everybody else, that we got it back up.
It was a pretty nerve-wracking time, but somehow it all worked out.
Suddenly things started to pull together, and once they pulled together amazingly quickly.
Getting through Black Friday was an accomplishment, but that didn't mean our work was over. Several months later, we had to tackle redesigning our main character. But it's all in a day's and a year's work.